Okay, hopefully it's not too windy, and if it is, I'll just voice over this video. So this will look kind of funny, but I'll be explaining it when I voice over it. We're gonna practice with shutter speed. So you have your camera, and there's anything you can really take pictures of for shutter speed, but I was thinking because it's windy out, I'm gonna take pictures of this grass here. It's kind of this tall, dead grass. And the goal here, you have a couple goals. One goal is you want to take a picture where the action is stopped. So to do that, you need a higher shutter speed, a faster shutter speed. I'm also going to take one where it's blurry, and this is a little bit tricky if you don't have a tripod, because I need to do something to get this to stay a little bit blurry and kind of move. And also, if my background's bright, which it is bright, you don't know that probably, I need to actually shoot toward the shade, or else if I shoot it when where it's bright, it's not really going to let me do it. It'll be too bright in the sensor to show movement. So I'm changing my shutter speed here to S, which is the shutter priority. And then it's really quite bright out today. So I'm going to change my ISO to auto. And actually I'm going to change my ISO to something lower than auto. Now on yours, the ISO button is right down below. On mine, the ISO button is actually on the top. It's a little different camera, but same idea. You're gonna hold in that ISO button, and then with your thumb, you can rotate this back dial. And if it's really sunny out here, you can lower that ISO, put it down to 100, and that's gonna work for all your pictures. If it's dark where you are, you might have to increase that ISO. If you just wanna do it simply, you can do ISO auto, and that's fine too. Again, you're just practicing here. So what I want to do is take a couple pictures of these moving so that I can stop the movement. And you can see they're moving pretty well here. So I'm going to move my shutter speed to, I'm going to say 500. What that means is it's 1/500th of a second. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to wait till they move. And I got to get them focused. And I'm in manual focus, so there we go. And again, I'll share these pictures with you. Actually go over here, that looks nicer. And this is actually a macro lens, so it's a little bit wider, so my focal area is a little bit different. Oh, this is actually nice. There's a guy over here who's just moving ever so slightly. There we go. And I actually like this image. There we go. And it's nice, again, try it when it's actually moving. You know, when the wind's trying, you're just trying this. There's no need to turn something in that wasn't actually what you did. So I'm pretty pleased with that. You should see it on the screen right here. That worked out just fine. It's not a greatly composed picture. I wouldn't turn that into a competition, but you know, again, you're just practicing these skills. So the next skill I need to practice is, a leaf just fell near me. I thought it was like a bat or something. Anyway, the next skill you're gonna practice is shooting with a slower shutter speed to just kind of imitate movement. And what I need to do here is a couple things. One, I'm gonna turn my shutter way down. So I'm gonna actually turn my shutter speed down to, I'm gonna go 1/13th of a second, which is pretty slow. And I need to wait for wind to come. Now this is gonna be tricky for me to time because this is not moving. So if I don't time it right, I'm just gonna move it myself and have fun. Now, I'm gonna teach you something if you're watching this video that other students won't know yet. And that's, I'm gonna actually use a timer. And that timer, if I hold down this little button on the side and rotate to the clock, that creates a timer. And that timer allows me to set the camera down. Because the hardest thing to do when you're using a slower shutter speed is avoid shaking it. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is, my air conditioning just came on. I'm actually going to hold this against the ground, and then I'm gonna hold the shutter release and try to just get the picture to take. Let's see. And then you have to really practice your calisthenics here. Make sure I'm focused. That's fun. That's really overexposed though. Okay, that's pretty good. That's interesting. And then I'm gonna take it, and because it's on a timer, it's gonna take it in a second. You'll hear it. think it's on a 10-second delay. Oh, there's a good one. Nice. Okay, so it took it, and I don't need to actually pin that low, and it's actually taking a series because I had set mine on a couple series. So it's taking a few of these, and it's actually really nice because the wind's blowing, and it'll be interesting to see what this looks like. I'm gonna do a few more. And again, because I'm holding it against the concrete, it should reduce the shake from the camera. So that'll help when I actually need to get the picture taken effectively. So we'll do it one more time. Take some pictures here. I'm gonna change my angle. That should be good. Now, one thing you would notice about taking these pictures, and that actually worked out really well. So you'll see those pictures right here. One thing that you might notice on your camera is on the top, it'll say some things. It'll say 13, which is my current shutter speed, which actually means 1/13 of a second. Then my aperture is actually blinking. It says f22. And remember, in S priority, it's setting that for you. It's setting that aperture for you. But it's blinking. And when it blinks, it's kind of saying like, you might be overexposed here. The exposure isn't right. It's not good for the circumstance. And that's where you start to play with the other buttons. But right now we're just playing with shutter speed. So I'm really only worried about you trying to illustrate that you understand the difference between them and showing me what your shutter is. Again, I'll have these examples also available to you in the assignment, and it will articulate exactly what you need to do. I hope you have some fun. See you soon.